Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Babis. Welcome back to Gamestingr. Today we have some interesting news for you guys because the trailer of Returnal dropped. Well, it dropped yesterday, and this is a game that me and my buddy Jeff, who is also joining me today. Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
What's going on?
We've been excited for this game ever since it kind of came to light. Ever since we kind of got acquainted with it, which I believe Jeff was during the video game awards, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
We were kind of watching it live, and there was all these games, and there was one game. Well, there was a few, but let's be honest, there was a few.
There was a few.
But Returnal was one of those games that stood out. Kind of like a little bit above most of the games that night, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. This from the Game Awards. This is definitely one of the the top 3 or 4 that I actually remember, and that it was like something that looked unique. It wasn't a continuation of a franchise or anything. So
yeah, same for me. So the trailer dropped yesterday. This is the official gameplay trailer. Now I think there's been a trailer or two that have released since the Video Game Awards, but this is fresh. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna see what is going on here. We're gonna see if there's anything new. We'll bring you guys our reactions. So whenever you're ready, Jeff, you can roll the footage. Here we go. So this is
Scout log. 30 minutes since last crash. This forest contains extensive ruins of a xenotype civilization. Ancient walls, foundations, and statues.
It looks pretty.
The forest is a swamp now. That can't be here.
It's just I'm getting some Death Stranding.
This must be the city created by the sentients. Scans show that the broadcast originates from the tower. This technology seems to indicate the designers were part of a hive mind. I've passed through the teleportation gate into a sprawling desert, detecting another strange energy from the mountain's summit, ascending towards destination.
I'm getting goosebumps.
These pillars affect the severed so profoundly. This isn't... No, it is. The same coordinates as the desert. I recognize the mountaintop, but where are the rune structures and...
Wow.
It's like Silent Hill.
This has changed.
Crazy.
Everything has changed.
What? That's a whole new.
That's insane.
That's a whole new feeling.
Well, so where do I start? I mean, okay, so first off the bat, they don't have a lot of action in this trailer. It looks like they're trying to keep the action a mystery. You get to kind of see these floating monsters, which we're not exactly sure what they look like. They're more like these abstract figures. Are they aliens? It's not clear. Like you see like the that kind of floating thing there, and there was another one that was black. So they're keeping that on the down low. I mean, what the monsters are. So it's making me feel like this is going to be a much more introspective experience as opposed to kind of like a run and gun experience. This is going to be kind of like the way you interpret it and things like that. At least this is what I'm feeling from this. So the comparisons that I draw from this trailer, what I feel this reminds me of is it kind of reminds me it reminds me a little bit of Death Stranding. It just has a little bit of that same feeling. You're kind of stranded on this planet and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that. At the end there, when the world just changed, kind of reminded me a bit of Silent Hill, like the OG Silent Hills. If you guys remember that, you were in one spot, and then like later in the game, the spot, it was the same spot. It completely changed. It became this nightmare that you were living, which was just absolutely insane. And so it kind of reminds me a bit of that. I don't know. It just reminds me of just so many things. Maybe a little bit of, like Metroid, kind of like this solo exploration mission that you have, this feeling of being stranded. by herself, and you can see during the trailer that she's talking, but she's talking to herself. She's not talking. No one is responding to her. So it seems like there's going to be this kind of, you're going to have to deal with being solo on your mission, at least for the most part. We're not sure if there's any other life out there.
Right.
Wow, there's so much going on, Jeff. What do you think?
This feels completely different than the little teaser we got. This feels a lot more. I like that you brought up Silent Hill because it feels a lot more horror. I didn't get that before. This feels more like a horror game, like a Silent Hill, like a mixed with like you said, like a Death Stranding or something, where it's not in your face action, but it's more of a an adventure and a story as opposed to just shooting aliens and stuff. It feels completely different. This is that's a lot cooler than with the little teaser we got.
I don't remember the last trailer. I don't know if I even watched the last trailer, but I just, this is the first, like, I think when we first saw it, we weren't sure what to make of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's becoming a little clearer as we go along. It looks freaking awesome.
It looks pretty. It looks really nice.
This looks like a game, like, like we cover games and we're gonna cover games. We're like, oh, it looks awesome, but there's just so many games out there that look awesome, and you're not going to play because there's just so many games out there. This is a game that I plan on playing based on this trailer because I'm a big fan. First of all, I'm a big fan of Metroid. It's perhaps my favorite game of all time. Just the feeling of being stranded on a planet is just something completely out of this world for me. It's just the most unbelievable experience. And this looks like it recreates that. And I also said before that it kind of touched a little bit on some kind of Alien, like the movie Alien feeling.
Definitely.
It kind of feels that way. What was that last Alien movie that we saw, Jeff? I think it came out in 2012. It was Prometheus, I believe, right?
Well, there's been Alien Covenant since then.
There's been Alien. Okay, I don't think I watched that. All right, but my
Prometheus vibes, though. That's not a bad comparison.
Yeah, it has some Prometheus vibes. Kind of like Prometheus was all about kind of figuring out the origins of Alien, I guess, and not just that, but also the origins of like human species, like where everything kind of began, right?
Right.
And this, I don't know why, this is giving me similar vibes. And I love Prometheus. Not everybody liked it, but I love that movie.
I like Prometheus.
I'm just getting these vibes. Like, this woman is on a mission to find out some, like, incredibly huge truth about something really important, like human civilization or the planet or whatever. And I don't know, this just gives me the goosebumps when I watch this shit.
Maybe she's returning to Earth.
Yeah, that's really smart, Jeff. You could be
Returnal.
You could be onto something because that's good. That's good, man. Yeah, because the name definitely has some meaning there.
This looks
something that's returning. It's just that's
so
insane.
Awesome.
I love it. I love this shit.
That reminds me of like Geneva and stuff in Final Fantasy VII. Just hooked up to all those cables and wires and plugs and. There's some cool images, and like
you could see, like, you see what's interesting there is you see the red monsters or whatever they are. We're not exactly sure. They look a little abstract to us, right? And the red monsters, you can kind of see that she doesn't seem to be bothered by it too much. So is this something that's out there in the world, or well, I guess here we kind of see some carnage. It looks like
those look like bodies for sure.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of carnage. So maybe my theory is wrong, or at least
it's
wrong.
Look in the distance. Look at those eyes.
I know. I'm still like I said. They're trying to depict it like it's an internal struggle, an internal kind of story, more than an outwardly kind of like action-packed run and gun kind of thing.
And this seems out of place. Like
it does.
The whole place is like this landscape with huge towers and statues, and then we cut to this and it's like we're outside the Resident Evil house or something. It seems completely out of place.
But a lot of the stuff, you're not even sure if it takes place on Earth. Like, the stuff that comes after. We're not like this. Is this on Earth? We're not exactly sure, are we? Maybe, maybe not.
Oh, here we go. So, join Astra Scout Celine and survive the shifting landscape of Atropos when Returnal arrives. So,
okay,
it's not Earth.
It's not Earth, right? So the home that would be her origins, like where she's from Earth, but she is, she's
That's
going
cool.
elsewhere. Wow, that's just awesome, man. And I'm also getting some Doom vibes too, but that's just because I'm playing the game recently.
That ass.
Anyways, all right. I think we've said enough, guys. We're gonna definitely keep an eye out on this game. Just look at those visuals. We're gonna definitely keep an eye out on this game, guys. If we see anything else, we'll keep you guys updated. Definitely, Returnal is a game that I'm gonna keep an eye out, and I think everybody should as well because it looks freaking awesome.
100%.
So that's gonna do it for today, guys. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button down below for more content from Gamestingr, and we'll see you guys on the next one.